Welcome to the third lecture module. This is going to be a short history of urban transportation, and I emphasize short. I'm going to talk about some key points in urban transportation, particularly within the US context. That said, there's really a lot to dive into with transportation history, a lot in terms of social inequities involved with transportation history that we're going to talk about a little, but then we're also going to be resurfacing to in the rest of the course. So this is really just to get you started with transportation history, and I hope that we have an opportunity to dive deeper in later modules. There are 6 videos in this module, so even though it is a short history of transportation, there is still a fair amount of ground to cover, and so it's one of the longer modules. First, I'm going to talk about the walking city and what cities looked like, how they were structured prior to the development of mechanized modes that made transportation a lot faster. Then we'll get into bicycles, which actually were a really important stepping stone to later automation. And also provided a lot of early autonomy to users of bicycles. Streetcars were a really important part of urban development, especially in the US, and allowing for suburban development. And so that we're going to get into that in the third video. In the fourth video, we finally get to the automobile, which is clearly has been a huge influence on US transportation and urban development in the 20th century. And then in the 5th video, we start to talk about freeways, which are taking the automobile and moving much faster and farther with it. And then in the 6th video, we'll get into resistance to freeways and moving beyond an infatuation with hypermobility and car use, and thinking about alternatives to freeways in the city, and also thinking about some of the really important social inequities and injustices associated with freeway development.